Hey folks, John Thompson, Spring Framework Guru here. Today we're going to look at using ThymeLeaf templates to generate HTML forms. There's a couple tags in ThymeLeaf that you want to use for this. So as you remember, ThymeLeaf is a natural templating engine, meaning that you can view the forms in the browser and not really have it change from what's going to be rendered from the Spring Framework templating engine. What we're going to do is take a look at the form here that we have on the screen. I'm going to specifically look at the form fields. I'm going to scroll up here a little bit. So this is a form field for working with customer objects. This is out of a tutorial module I did for my Spring Core course. So we're going to take a look at a couple of aspects of the form here. First thing that we're doing is we're passing in a hidden ID. That's for a reference to the object value. That's not going to get displayed on the page. What we want to look at today is the ThymeLeaf tag of th field, that how we're using it here. What this is telling the ThymeLeaf template engine to do is generate a text field and use the property of first name for the value. So we can go ahead and view this form in our browser. I'm going to bring up that view right now. This is the form that as it's displayed in Firefox, and this is the actually template form, just raw HTML, and I'm going to do a view source on it, and we can see that's the same HTML that we had in IntelliJ. So this is just Firefox reading that HTML document, the ThymeLeaf template. Of course they're going to be the same. I just wanted to show you that this is the same as what we have inside of IntelliJ. Same thing, but rendered in the browser. Now we can see how that's displayed. Now I do have Spring Boot running in the background, running the Tomcat container and my applications up. This is the same form, and it's gone out and it's doing an edit on customer number 2. We can see that in the URL. So my Spring controller's gone out and returned back a customer object, and that has been bound to the ThymeLeaf template. So I'm going to do a view source on this. I want you to see how things change. So now we don't have the ThymeLeaf tags in here anymore. We have a hidden input field. There's no th tags in there. Also, I have an input type, so we can see how the ThymeLeaf template engine has replaced the ThymeLeaf tags with actual values, and that's why we use the ThymeLeaf templating engine. Just to recap, this line here showing the th field and the property of first name was transformed into the actual HTML values of having the ID property and the name property, and then the value we got back, and that's the object that was bound to the model in Spring MVC. Through this, I hope you can understand how Spring MVC is working with ThymeLeaf to render HTML documents. You have an HTML document that you can view in your browser. It's a natural templating language, and ThymeLeaf is using HTML tags that the ThymeLeaf templating engine reads and regenerates the HTML code at runtime. You can see how it was viewed in the browser, and then you can also see how Spring MVC rendered the HTML actually at runtime.